Hey everyone, welcome back to Geek Responsibly. This is going to be episode 4 and we're going to have awesome shit for you.
Episode 4. Burr, 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 burr.
First, to start off again, we're going to do some shout outs. Wordofthenerd.com. If you have any questions on comics that are coming out, or movies, TV shows, books, that's the place to go to find anything and every type of situation and review you could possibly think of.
I also want to give a shout out to Phoenix Gamers, Gaymer. I just stumbled across their Instagram page and realized they are quite an amazing group of people. They set up, I shit you not, I think it's like ice cream socials, and I think they do it like every week, and it's just for the community of Phoenix gamers to get together, meet each other, play games, whether it be D&D, Magic the Gathering, or actually video games as well. So I just want to say I see you, I recognize you, keep doing what you're doing, you're amazing. So
keep spreading the love, guys.
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to start off with some crazy but awesome and interesting topics. So our first one today is going to be about voice devices. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely loving my Alexa and Siri. I've been trying to work harder and harder into utilizing those within my everyday life. I'm still stumbling on certain things and they don't do quite as much as I'd like, but I know it's growing.
I am a rickety old hermit man that believes that it's Skynet's going to happen, so I don't have any fucking voice devices. It freaks me out that my phone will give me shit that I've been talking to my husband about, so that's weird enough.
I have noticed that. Mm-hmm. So if you actually are talking around your phone, I feel like...
As we have it up. Fuck.
It's literally listening to us right now. I have a feeling that they are actually figuring out what our likes and dislikes are. And I've noticed that they're called skills on Alexa, and they're AIs, and everything that they start like calculating and like picking up, and you keep giving them, they actually compile it and start becoming quote unquote smarter, or know what you were wanting, or give you information that you want, which is kind of cool. But then also we're becoming lazy as well. I think it's fascinating, but I have noticed that there's ads on my Facebook or other things that I was like, man, I was just thinking about this, or I was thinking it, guys. I did not say it. I was thinking it, that I needed something, and all of a sudden there's an ad on my internet.
It's probably because you said something similar to what it was, though, but I had watched a guy on YouTube who tested this theory. He doesn't have a dog, and he was looking for dog toys, and he talked, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes about dog toys, and he's like, we're going to just try this, we're going to talk this way, and we're going to see what my phone does. And sure as shit, turns his phone on, and there it is, he's getting ads, or his computer mic was on, he was getting ads for dog toys from like PetSmart and whatever else. So it's fucking scary as shit. Mark and I were trying to test it, my husband Mark, and we were trying to test it, and we're trying to find like, I was like, erectile dysfunction, and we're sitting there like, what will we never talk about? And it would be that. And we're like, so I'm on the couch going, I need pills for my just like horrible. And I think we just were having too much fun just talking ridiculously like that I didn't really check my phone. But
what the hell? You literally put it all the way up. I actually was really interested. I wanted to know if erectile dysfunction came up.
No, I didn't. I don't know if I was talking about it long enough. Because I lied. I did check my phone, but then I didn't see anything, and it just fizzled out. Okay. Just kind of like that fucking story did. So.
Anyway. Bridget lies. I don't, though.
See, apparently I've gone off the fucking cliff. So yeah, as far as like voice devices, I'm a con. You're a pro. I just don't know how much I want to be involved.
I do see pros and I do see cons. So I kind of see both. I am trying to ride that pony. I'm riding that pony into the stable because I think it is going to that. So like I was kind of mentioning to you while we were creating this outline, is that voice devices are just something that we're kind of returning to. So the radio started and we were listening to everything, And then the internet came out and phones came out and we started texting. So I was getting to the point where when phones came out, we were still talking to people, but then all of a sudden texting came out and everybody was texting. So I had like 10 minutes of talk time in a month, but I had 9,000 texts.
It's still easier, I'd say, to get a hold of someone via text than it is for phone. Because everyone most likely has their ringer off. They have their phone on them, but not really many. I mean, unless it's like close family, but most of the time you're going to get a text more so than a cell phone. Because I don't like answering my phone because it's usually the fucking dentist.
Yeah.
I don't want to go. Sorry.
And the other thing, though, too, is those types of voice devices are so new. Yeah. Again, so texting came out. Did you want to text? Most people weren't. They were like, well, what is this? Like, I'm just going to call you. But it got to the point where all of a sudden it was...
Well, and you were also being charged for texting.
You were being charged. Yep, it was 10 cents, wasn't it? Or something crazy like that.
I didn't get a cell phone until I moved out here.
Oh my gosh. So my dad made me pay for my mobile device when I was 16 years old with my jobs that I had. And I realized real quick that I needed to be on an unlimited plan. Yeah. Because I was at, again, 9,000 texts per month, and that was getting a little pricey. So with that being said, though, I started with just the phone where you were like calling people and you were on the phone for hours and hours each night saying stupid shit. Upside down on your bed.
Yes, exactly that.
Playing with the cord on the phone. Like, those are the fun nostalgia. And then we were...
I have two sisters, so the phone was always being used. But yes, the cords... Oh my god.
I'd always twist it or try and, like, figure out why it was twisted wrong.
Like, where the fuck's the phone? And you'd follow the wire.
Yep.
I'm like, god damn it. And it was usually, like, underneath someone's door and the door is shut. You're like, stop it. You need to share it.
Yeah.
But before that, it was I didn't text a lot, but my sisters and I, AIM.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, a big thing. You get home from school, you sit down, you sit your ass on that computer, and you fucking, like... And the biggest thing about AIM, I don't know if you were the same way.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big fucking deal of what your away message was.
Yes!
Yeah.
You want to know what my favorite away message was for AOL Instant Messenger?
I'm going to be gross that you even remember this.
All right. Well, because I absolutely loved it, and I was like... And what's even more upsetting is I put it up there because I just wanted people to notice it, and no one commented about it.
Yeah.
Not one person. So, here it is.
Oh, God.
This is so dumb.
Edge of my seat.
Like a fat kid in a dodgeball game, I'm out.
That was it?
That was it! It wasn't good?
I don't know, like, my sisters would make stuff up for, like, being in the shower, or you leave, like, music lyrics, or you can change the colors of your stuff. Mine, I was really into this animated show on MTV at the time. I don't fucking remember what it was called, but he had different friends, and they left all these voicemails for him. His name was Nitz, like, hi Nitz, and I would take the text and do that kind of stuff. But I didn't have anything like funny or witty. Like, that's funny. I didn't laugh, but that's funny.
Whatever. No wonder nobody like told me about it later. They were like, this chick is fucking dumb. So, because we're on this topic and we got off of voice devices.
No, but that's what started, and now it's to the voice.
I know, but I want to ask you this. What was your AIM name?
Oh my god, I can't even really remember. I'm gonna guess it was probably Odd Gamer, most likely.
Mine was...
I know my sisters.
What was it?
Becky was Baby Girl Sparks. Mare Tunic was my
That's
sister.
awesome.
Mare Tunic.
So I actually, because I was a swimmer, I wanted it to be very funny and related to something that I did often, which was swimming.
Yeah. So
mine was addicted to chlorine, but because I'm an idiot, I decided to do a dick. ADICK the number 2 in chlorine, because I'm cool like that. So and also that Saving Abel song came out, Saving Abel, sorry, that song that's like, I'm a dick, I'm addicted to you. Who sings that? Simple Plan?
Maybe. I just feel like that's still fitting, because then you're telling someone like you're a dick in chlorine. Like, and I imagine you like competitive swimming, and you would be like an asshole and like just doing something like that.
Yeah. But so essentially, we started with AIM texting comes on, and now there's voice
devices.
But not only is it...
I do love the voice to text because...
And that's what I use,
especially if I'm, like, trying to get something quick. The downside I hate is if you're going to fucking commit, like, don't censor me. Like, I was trying to text you and it was like, I was saying fucking, it's like, F, star. I'm like, no, just fucking write it all out. Like, I hate when it does that to me.
I think that might be yours then, because mine didn't.
I think I need to go in and, like, I just did an update, so I don't know if I need to go and, like, take it out. I'm like, stop fucking censoring me. Like, we know this about me already, that this is what I'm going to say. Like, that's fine. But yeah, so I like that. But as far as, like, the experience you have with it, I don't have experience because I don't have an Alexa or whatever the other one is called.
Don't say their names. They'll wake up.
I don't have them in my house.
But that's the thing is, they're very cheap.
Mm.
They're still new, so they're still growing. But I'll have to show you after the podcast. There's skills that Alexa does, and they're just fascinating. Some of the skills are created by people. So, like, you can do an astrology one. Mm. So you go, hey, I'm not saying your name right now.
Hey,
because I know
can't be named.
Yeah, she who should not be named. Can you tell me my horoscope? I was going to say forecast. I was going to say forecast. You can do forecast too, because she'll tell you literally what's the forecast of what's going on for that day. So that's the thing. It's going to, and I was listening to Gary Vee earlier, and his rants on it are just incredible, because he's talking about how it's going to be amazing in your bathroom. Why? It's because we're already too fast. We want to be faster, and we forget way too much shit.
Yeah.
So he's saying have it in your bathroom while you're brushing your teeth, while you're showering, and you remember things, or you start thinking or planning your day. You say, hey, she who should not be named, what's my day look like? And she'll start ranting off what your schedule is.
Yeah. Because
you've put it in your calendar with her. Mm. Or you say, hey, can you put this to my shopping list? Can you put this to my to-do list? And then you can ask her, hey, what does my shopping list look like? You can even have it now call people. Or put it in the shopping list.
Which we tested. She was having, she who should not be named, texting me earlier, and it was creepy. It's like crazy that she can do that.
Yeah, well, that's a different one. That's not nice, it's like that's not Alexa. That's Siri.
But still,
but still, it was hands free. And the reason why I brought that up to Bridget is because I was doing my makeup while we were talking. Yeah. You and I were talking.
Yeah.
But it was literally I was talking like this without having to do anything else. I couldn't touch it. I was like, I wasn't texting. I was actually putting on makeup and talking to her.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, can you read my messages? It tells me my message. Do you want to respond? Yes. And then I start talking about it. So I think it's fascinating. It's still really new. And not only does it do like horoscopes, but you can do like memory and brain games. We'll have to try it. 21 Questions with Alexa is fucking creepy. Because I thought of the weirdest shit. Like, I did a woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's never going to get this fucking thing. Like, she's not going to get it. So she's sitting there like talking, asking questions. I'm saying, nope, yes, nope. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's like, is it a woolly mammoth? I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, creepy. But she totally got it. So I'm super excited because I cannot wait to see where it goes.
Yeah.
I understand that right now people have doorbells, thermostats, TV remotes, other things that are controlled by them, which I think is great. But then it also brings me back to one of my favorite TV shows, Eureka, when they had the smart house and he got locked into it. Yeah. And I laughed so hard. So I'm like still kind of nervous, like still kind of curious on how they're going to handle everything. But at the same time, kind of hesitant.
Yeah, mine's, you've heard me say comments of it in lighter other episodes. Skynet, that's it. Sorry, Skynet, Terminator. I just don't... I've played Detroit Become Human. I've seen that. I worry that it's going to go to that. But my other worry is like when it comes to having this much technology, like in the profession I am in, I do worry that it might take away the person, or because you do want that human connection. Mm-hmm. It's amazing that we're using technology now to do podcasts and be able to spread like what we're talking about, but at the same time, like they're listening to two people actually having a conversation. So there's pros and cons to the thing. I'm definitely more on the con side, just because like it's just not something that's interested me. I don't feel like I need any of this stuff, but I also didn't feel like I needed a smartphone, so I was
going to say, yeah, you had the oldest phone for the longest time. Mm-hmm. And then you even got onto the phone train, and you had like the oldest version of something.
It was a flip. It was a flip.
No,
Nokia.
You switched from that to a Galaxy. Or some sort.
Slide. So I had a flip Nokia, and then I had that one that you slide up and you do the key.
Yeah.
I had that. So I didn't have a smartphone for the longest time.
Remember the Sidekick?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh my god.
I didn't really do phones, so I
was so upset because I wanted, like, back in the day in middle school, they had these, like, little text things, like, that you could send your friends messages.
Yeah.
Which was before the phone and texting.
Is it kind of like a beeper?
Very similar, but it would send, like, just a string that would go like this.
A Tamagotchi?
Kind of. No, not Tamagotchi. I love Tamagotchis though. But it would like look like this, and it would like be a banner of something that you wrote somebody. Okay. But you had to be in close proximity, so you couldn't be at each other's house.
I feel like I'd send dicks.
It's so funny. But then they had the actual phone that came out, which was called the Sidekick. Yeah. And you would flip it, and it would go... and it would flip up, and then you would text right away, and then you could flip it back down.
I feel like I remember seeing commercials about
that. Everybody wanted it. I never got one, but that's okay. I got a really cool...
Yeah, you don't sound fucking bitter about it at all.
Thanks, parents.
I ended up getting a cell phone when I moved out here, and then I ended up getting another phone later, but I ended up not actually having a smartphone until everyone at my office was making fun of me. So they were all getting it, and I have to travel for my work, and I would get, I wouldn't get lost, but I'd fucking print out Google Maps, like directions. I'd print them out and have them and like drive up to the wedding. I know. And I would drive up to the weddings, and then I finally got a smartphone, and it like changed my life. And then I finally upgraded again. Only
can we stop there? What did you just say?
What? That it changed my life?
Wait, what? What was that?
It changed my life.
Whoa!
I know.
What do you think will happen when you have all these other cool things when you just stop being a fucking pussy?
Skynet.
Okay, continue.
I don't mind technology, but I do worry about having so much of that. I don't know if it's ever going to be too much.
Yep. And then I do see that though as well as like if altered carbon.
Altered carbon, but look at how people's relationships are changing now. Look at how people are interacting with each other. Our relationships changing.
How so?
Like you're having all these people who are stuck in their phones all the time.
That is true.
I went
even if they
Japan, no one looked up. Nobody.
Really?
Nobody. We're in Japan. Everyone's playing Pokemon. You barely see anyone looking up. They're face and phone, and I was the same way. Mark was too because we were playing. But that
also comes back to like dating. Like you go to the point where you're actually finding people on the internet through like Tinder and Match. You're welcome. Free plugs. But then you have your first date. And are you going to be on your phone on your first date? Or like that's the thing.
Different now too.
Dating is totally different. Like I've actually gone to restaurants with somebody and I'm like this and all of a sudden have to remember, oh, I'm in front of someone. Like put it down, put it in my bag and like not notice what's going on.
Or
just disconnect.
Disconnecting. Sometimes I'll yell at my husband and like to put his phone away because we've had those issues before. But also too, like with dating, I think dating in general has changed because a friend of mine who's in her mid-20s, she was kind of dating around and just like seeing the interaction between her and this was crazy, and it made me go, I hope I never have to do that again. Like you know how we're talking about how everything moves so quickly, we get all of our information technology wise, we get it so quickly, but I feel like we get that for relationships too, because sometimes people work backwards and they start off with, hey, we're gonna go on a date, we're gonna fuck, and then I'm gonna find out your name after. And you have, like with Tinder, with people swiping, they have these relationships where people are jumping in right away, getting super intimate, and then they like within a week, and then they might not even end up continuing the date. There's a whole thing I read about this.
Really?
About people like wondering if you can have a romantic, like long-term relationship, and can you fall in love with people starting a relationship like that versus when you take the time to get to know someone and kind of go that way. But you're talking about how technology changes it, because you have people who are just, that's how they meet. Like I think they were sending like naked pictures to each other before they even had a date.
Yeah.
And then
I feel like that's very common.
That's what I'm saying.
That's very common.
I don't remember dating like that. And
so
then now it's like completely different.
Also,
and I don't know if technology
you're very prude. No, I'm just kidding.
No, this is true.
But the thing I think is funny.
2 boyfriends.
But the thing I think is funny is Tinder nightmares. So I'm gonna have to show you that.
Oh. Okay.
And also we're gonna do a whole podcast. I believe I said it the last podcast, and it's coming. No pun intended. But I think it's hilarious on how these gentlemen and women bring the first conversation when you get a match on Tinder. The things people say to others is astonishing. Like, does that fucking work? No. Like, guys, come on. Like, don't come on. Please don't come on me. Just, there's so many, and women too. Women say weird shit as well, and it's just, I don't know if maybe these types of dating apps are actually hindering because people are hiding behind things again.
That's what I'm wondering. It's like, is technology changing? Like, that's
why
it's
definitely changing.
We talk about voice devices and everything else, but that's why I'm wondering, like, when is it too much? Like, is it starting? I mean, having that is going to affect your society no matter what you do.
Yeah.
So that it's interesting. I don't know. I am curious to see what's going to happen, and I think I'm going to be that person that's going to be, years behind, just like I was with the phone. I'll probably finally get the Voldemort device, years after, and everyone's like, what the fuck? Why do you have that model? I'm like, yeah, I'm just testing it out. Like, it's going to be that. But yeah, it's
she comes over to my house and then just plays with all the other ones. It's cool.
But, since we're actually on the topic about
dating, our next topic was geeky date ideas. So once you do land a stellar prince or princess off Tinder, Bumble, or Match, or my favorite, coffee meets bagel. So I have not used it.
That sounds adorable.
I have not used it, but it's made by these 3 cute, adorable Asian ladies. Aww. And they were like, hey, we want to change the dating scene. We don't want it to be anything weird anymore. So they created Coffee Meets Bagel. Cute. And when they're out there, they're like, you get to choose. I want the everything bagel. And this is what that means to me. And so I think it's adorable. And so I've actually wanted to create an account just to see what it would look like. But I don't want people to start thinking that I'm actually... I'm like, what's the coffee? Well, I was going to say that we could start here and then go back.
Oh.
So, anywho, with the geeky date ideas, I had put a couple on there. I absolutely love art museums, historical museums, things like that. Just knowing
Did you like that when you were younger, though?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I loved museums. We had field trips to shit. I was all up in that.
Yeah.
I was like first one in line looking at all of the exhibits. Like, ooh, what's this? And then like trying to figure out where it came from. And we had like the Science Museum in Chicago. I'm from Wisconsin, but we would do field trips there. And the Science Museum was freaking rad. And anything that showed old time like housing and other things like that were fake and they were just like mocks of a city.
Dioramas.
Well, no, it was like actual city.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could walk through. Like I literally, and this goes back to weird sim stuff, right? Like I'm creating or recreating a simulating life.
Yeah. In
these things.
Have you done VR yet?
No, I want to.
Yeah, so you might really dig that.
But I think what will happen, and maybe this is going off of like your con on voice devices. My con on VR is I think I will never come back.
Yeah.
Like I
haven't tried it because I do worry about where I'm like, ooh, like I get it and it looks really cool and it looks like I've seen kids playing it looks amazing, but I do have that like slight hesitation of toe in the water, like, oh, I don't know.
Will I dive down and never come back up?
Yeah.
There's a...
But I want my games to be that interactive. I might die, literally. Like, if I'm playing a scary game and something comes out, like, I might lose my shit.
That's why I absolutely loved Altered Carbon, and I think you need to watch it and not skip through it.
Yeah.
There's this... I don't know if you even got to this part, spoiler alert, but they do VR for torturing people.
Yeah.
And it is just fascinating how they were torturing him, but, like, even though you're not dying, like, can you succumb the fact that you're dying over and over, but realize that it's not real.
Yeah.
Like, he literally dropped, like, an alien worm thing into a cut that he made. And I was just like, oh, like, I'm freaking out. But
I don't even like it because it's like Fire in the Sky to me. I can't handle that movie, and it reminds me of that. I'm like, no.
Yeah, well, Altered Carbon you need to watch. But anywho, so off that topic. So I actually like, do you think dinner and a movie is still cute and
is it
geeky?
still, what's it called?
Like, back in the day, it was like one of those things like, ooh, dinner and a movie.
I think dinner and a movie still is relevant. It's nice to have the dinner because then you can sit and chit and like talk to each other and get to know each other a little bit better. The movie after is nice, but there's no time to really talk. Mm-hmm. The downside is, what if you have dinner and it's like shitty, and then you have to sit next to this person in a movie and pretend they're not there.
At that time, do you continue with the movie if it's shitty?
Yeah. What if you go to the movie first, so you at least enjoy a movie, and you have to talk to the person, and then you go after, and you're like,
that's actually a great idea.
Yeah,
movie and dinner. You guys,
then you have something to talk about. Dinner, not dinner and a movie.
Okay, we just cracked the whole thing. If you guys ever want a successful date, go to a movie first, then dinner. This is great.
Yeah, right? Because then
why didn't I think of this?
You're getting fucking popcorn first.
I thought you were going to say you're getting fucked, but whoa.
You're getting popcorn first. You're getting that stuff first. And then afterwards, you can talk about the movie if you both disliked it, both liked it, whatever it is, pros and cons. And then you can have that dinner to really connect with each other to see if you want another date. Because if you have dinner and it's not working well, then can you imagine like trying to like get out of it?
I've been there.
How are you going to get out of it?
I've been there. You can't even moonwalk backwards.
Yeah, you're fucked. You can't. Yeah. You're done.
Please don't get fucked.
You have to commit to the movie.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting there going, okay, I'm going to enjoy the movie and try to pretend like this person isn't here. You could fake, hey, I got to go to the bathroom
even worse,
and just leave.
Then you have
horrible.
Oh, that is horrible.
Right?
But even worse, like you're sitting in the movie, it's already been bad in a dinner. What happens if he starts trying to put his hand, or her tries to put his hand, you know what?
Their hand
on your leg, on like, and then now you're like, I don't want to do that to somebody. So yes, movie.
I don't know if you really want to put that on. Like, I feel like, especially the first date scenario, I think you don't try to do the moves unless you're going to try to go for like the kiss or hug thing at the end of the date, like driving you home if you're being a gentleman.
What sounds like we are just both
old school.
Yeah. We need courtship. It's
yeah,
chivalry is not dead.
Like, if you're gonna hold my hand, then I'll be like, oh my god, okay. But
yeah, I think the museums are great though, because like you can
gives you
both
something to talk about.
Yeah, you can both look at things. If that's something you're interested in, there's topics. There's
even for relationships that have been going on for a while. I think museums are great. Movies are always good because my husband and I always enjoy talking about the movies. We usually never do dinner first. We always have dinner after. Museums are great because it's something we don't normally do, because sometimes you just need to unplug and go out into the real world. Walking around downtown or going somewhere you've never been, just seeing different buildings and having some conversations about it is really good. Depending on if it's an older, like if you've been with your significant other for a while, sometimes we have date nights that are just at home because we try to be super cheap and do stuff at home versus always going out. But some of the stuff, I don't know if you would do this as like a first date or even just a casual date in general. But we'll go out and we'll just go to like the Asian market because they have amazing bakeries, and we'll either go and find stuff to make for dinner with each other or just kind of go and like have a coffee. That's kind of some of the stuff we do. Or if people want to try to have a dinner and a movie at home, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I think dinner and a movie is still relevant, but I think it needs to be movie dinner.
Yep.
Movie first, dinner after.
We both agree, movie dinner.
I don't think I've ever actually gone on a date. Like a date. Because so my first boyfriend, we met at my friend's house because she told me, hey, I know I met this awesome guy. He's perfect for you. I'm like, cool. And I was like, me being me, I'm like, said something about playing video games. So he was going to come over. I was young. He was going to come over and play video games. And I was like, oh, I'm going to kick his ass. So I showed up in a Rey Mysterio 619 hoodie and whiteout contacts. That's how he saw me first. And we played Dead or Alive, and I was really competitive and hell-bent on winning. And then after that, we just walked around my friend's house with her and her boyfriend at the time, and we're talking. And then this guy didn't call me for 2 months, and I was so butthurt about it. But we didn't really go on a date. He would come over and we just like hang out and watch movies. But I don't remember like going on an actual date. Like I don't think we had a date.
That's really, really sad.
And then when I met Mark, like my husband, like we didn't really go on a date. He was coming to pick up furniture and stuff, and we went like, well, he knew I didn't know anything of the area, so he was driving me around like Scottsdale because I had never left like the 5-mile radius of like Tempe at the time because I was terrified.
Yeah, we know.
Because I got my license when I moved out here too. Phone, license.
She grew up.
Yeah, bad. So he took me to Sonic's to get tater tots. And then we walked around downtown Scottsdale. So that was probably the closest, like a date, like going to not knowing the person at all. That was probably the closest of a date I had.
Can you say that?
And he did try to kiss me multiple times, but it didn't happen because he hated me for this. But he did hold my hand.
Did you keep trying to dodge?
Yeah,
Aww.
I did. So
Such
there
a
was
bitch.
so
Prude.
fucking prude. So there was that, but
so you're saying that I've been on more dates than you?
Yes,
I've taken
by far.
No, I've taken you on dates.
We've had more. Me and you have more
clearly
dates.
I've been on more dates, but also I've taken you.
Me and you have been on more dates than I've ever been in my life. I've dated you more than I've dated men.
I'm pretty sure I'm super excited because that is now recorded.
They've all been fantastic.
Yay!
Because we've done a couple movies. Mm-hmm. We went to the body art where we saw like the cadavers. So we saw
Body
that.
World.
Yeah, the Body World. No, for sure. So, I mean, do you feel like the movie dinner thing is still like on there, or do you think there's something like you'd rather see nowadays? Like, would you take a con to be like a date? Like, that's your thing, is a con first? God, no. I would never, ever do a first date at a con. You know what's still relevant? Fucking putt-putt. Actually, yes. Fucking putt-putt. I haven't done putt-putt in forever, but that fucking is fun. Putt-putt's fun. What else do they still have around here? They have bumper cars. Top golf. Like Top golf is one. Some shit. That is a little more embarrassing because I felt so embarrassed. I'm really, really competitive, and I suck at golf. I got carpal tunnel for like 3 weeks because I can't fucking hold it right. It was so embarrassing, but it was fun. But I felt like everyone was watching me. I was like, I don't putt-putt. I don't care. I kind of want to be that person where I fling the golf club out into the You Happy Gilmore it? Yeah. That's what happens. You're like, fuck, I'm done. Oh, so you had Asian market dinners. What's that? We'll go out sometimes and go shopping and then like make dinner together, or we like to go to the Lily's market and go shopping for like Japanese snacks. But at the Asiana market, there's a bakery. I don't know how to say it because it's like French sounding and I would butcher it. It's by the MCC college down there. Amazing bakery. Really? Amazing. They have like these little curry like bread that they put stuff in that's so good. Is that the one that's going to be over by the street? It is over there. It's already open. Because it used to be right next to the street. It was the really small one, and we used to get like rice cakes in there because I wanted to get the rice cakes from the spicy ramen we got at the street. Yeah, we got boba over there too. Like we walked into that. It's the market, the little tiny market. Now it's across the street, and it's huge, and it's really good. Like they have. It reminds me of our trip to Japan because you go in and there's like that's where I wanted to go and get the Korean dish with you. Mm-hmm. But they have like the same sounds that Mark and I would hear at the stations, the train stations. So every time we go in, I'm like, it's like listening to like a rain track when you're trying to go to sleep. It's just cute. So wonderful. But they have this amazing like little French, like French/Asian fusion bakery. And it reminds me of the places back in Japan where you're going through a train station, but they would buy gifts a lot when you're traveling to bring back to the people that you're visiting. And it's one of the only places that I've seen that you can get this really wonderfully presented little gift of either like cakes or they have, I don't know if it's like the red bean, like when they do I love red bean. Well, you know, like the tea ceremonies, and they have like it's like a tiny beautiful dessert, looks like a flower, and and it's made out of all red bean. It's like that. So I think there's stuff like that there. But they have Japanese milk bread. They have pastries, French pastries, and they serve coffee there too. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I've only had a few things there, but so far everything I've had has been really good. So sometimes we've made dates out of that. And
I say any date that has food in it is fantastic.
That's a solid 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can feed the said person, he, she, whoever you're taking out, if you feed them, it's probably it's a good start. Good start.
Definitely in my book. Also,
that's why our dates always have food.
we literally create dates to go to places that we hear about.
Well, we'll go to AJ's and we'll double fist like iced teas.
2 iced teas.
Like we don't get a drink, we get multiple. It's crazy. I don't have anyone else that does that.
So far we got a movie and a dinner, Netflix, weekends, playing video games, putt-putt. I like adding the old architecture or museums, things like that. Mm-hmm. But one of the biggest things is going to a different country. This doesn't have to obviously...
For a date?
Hold on. This doesn't have to be...
Panties dropped.
So whoever's out there that can take me to Europe for a date, sold.
Seriously, hey, we're going to Paris for a date. Here are my panties. I don't need them anymore. Like, that's ridiculous. All right, can I just say
50 Shades of Grey?
Can I just say your standards are too high? No.
Sorry, I will not go out with you unless you take me
to Europe on the first date.
So the reason why is because of all the books I read. All the books show all these European, Parisian type places, and I'm seriously like, all of the best romance novels are always in Europe, or you go to, like, you're some frantic person and some amazing different country speaking guy with the accent.
Guide. You want the tour guide romance. You're like, oh my god, I don't know where I am. And he'll be like, I'll help you.
And then this guy who looks like Chris Hemsworth that talks like him comes down, who looks like a pirate and an angel, had a baby.
Yeah, right.
The pirate angel.
You know, I can't blame you because I used to have this daydream, and it was Hook from Once Upon a Time.
Oh, Killian?
Yes.
I want to name my first child Killian.
Listen how fucking crazy
he is hot.
You ready to hear how crazy this is?
Panties drop.
So I always thought this would be hilarious. I was like, oh yeah, no, I would go to Ireland and somehow I'd run into him at like a pub. Yeah, because he fucking lives there with a wife and kid. By the way.
Also would smell like leather and
like a man. Like you smell like a dude. And maybe like a hint of like smoke.
Sweet. Something sweet.
No, for me it'd be like smoke, but maybe not. Because Mark used to smoke and I was like, ew, gross. But man, like there's just something about it. Because he would wear leather jackets and it would be like a couple hours after he smoked. So he smelled like an old bar kind of.
Weird.
I liked it. But I made him quit, but I still liked it. No, so my dream was like I would run into him in Ireland, right? And he'd be like, oh yeah, do you know who I am? Like, no, I have no idea who you are. And I would seriously just go off of that. Like, I don't know who you are. I'm just here to have fun and like visit the town. And he'd like, well, I'll show you around because of course he would be like, wow, someone doesn't know who I am.
Right?
Like, this is amazing. And I just wouldn't do it. So he would show me around the town and we'd have like a week together. It'd be amazing. And then I'm like, all right, bye. Like, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much. And I'd leave. And then somehow we'd meet at a con like months later. Again, my dreams are like weirdly convoluted. We meet at a con months later and like he'd be signing and he looks up and he's like seeing it's me. He's like, it's you. And I'm like, hi. And I'd be like, I knew who you were the whole time. And I treated you like a normal person. And then he like gets up out of the line. He's like, no, and we like he stops signing. I know he stops signing everyone else's stuff, and he's like, "Come with me," and he takes me like to the backstage area, and he like professes his love, and we get married.
That's amazing.
It's fucking crazy, but I love it.
See, destination.
Yeah,
that means that a date needs to go to a different country.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
How was Ireland?
Oh God, it'd be so.
In
cool.
your dream?
I don't know. I don't know. It skips around. I think we visit pubs and I have a Guinness. I'm not sure.
So, biggest thing, I want to go to Europe and Paris because all of my favorite romance novels and stories have always been placed there. And that's like one of my favorite things is being part of that or Italy. Yeah. Like,
I have no desire for Italy.
Oh, I want food in Italy. I used to love... So, back in Wisconsin, it was either German food or Italian food.
Yeah.
And why, I don't know, because I don't think there was a lot of Italians there. But Italian food, I would eat all the time. There's this place called Fazoli's that no longer is around. It had the best... Well, and I swam, so all we had was noodles.
Yeah.
Because we had to carb up like fucking no one's business.
Oh, wonderful. That's a wonderful life.
Oh, yeah, it was super wonderful. And then I stopped swimming, and I started playing basketball. I blew up like a fucking balloon.
And you're like,
and
what? I don't know what's different.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm still working out, and I literally didn't know what was going on, and I actually got nicknamed the Tank. I broke some girl's leg. I was so big that I just stood there like a fucking wall, and she broke her leg off of me. How embarrassing.
My biggest was like 170. I'm a big girl. And I used to cheat at Uno and steal kids' lunch money.
You sound amazing.
Yeah.
Why were we not friends back in the day?
So,
we should have found each other from New York and Wisconsin.
So I used to, I was a punk. It was bad. So I was like real heavy, and like we had to like play touch football, but I tackled and made some kid eat like dirt.
These are her insecurities coming out.
These were bad. And then my sisters, like, I mean, they didn't make fun of me. They called me Mowgli.
That's actually amazing.
And said I was adopted.
Why would you be offended by that? I would totally be Mowgli, running around and being able to talk to animals.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to do that my whole life.
They were just horrible. But I just remember, like...
I wanted to be Dr. Dolittle or something.
I was talking to my older sister about this the other day, because she was telling me... What was she saying? She said something to me, and she was trying to, like, body slam me in front of a friend of hers. And I was like, no. I'm like, you forget, I power slammed you and you left me alone. Like, you never tried to beat me up in front of your friends again. And they also had lots of guys that would come over and want to, like, arm wrestle me. This guy named Keach, he came over, he was, like, Mary's friend. And we were, like, I don't know, we were wrestling. My mom's, like, watching me beat the shit out of this kid. And he keeps asking for, like, another round. And I beat the shit out of him again. And then he's got up and he's like, well, if this was a street fight, I'd win if it was a street fight. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I didn't date a lot.
I don't even know where that rant came from, but that was epic.
Because you called yourself the Tank. Yeah, we would have been besties back then.
We totally would have. We would have gone on tons of dates together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat noodles.
Oh my god, I fucking loved our ramen noodles.
Yeah.
We used to eat ramen and get boba all the time.
Yeah. Then I kind of like looked behind the curtain and like looked what was inside boba, and I was like, I ruined it. Like it's like asking how they make the burgers. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What
sorry,
about
trips?
So one we said is also San Diego Comic-Con. Now again, these are geeky trips, not technically dates. So a geeky trip would be obviously going to Comic-Con. I think that one you definitely need to be going to Comic-Cons beforehand. Like get a little acquainted to.
I disagree.
Really? That thing is so big.
My first Comic-Con was San Diego Comic-Con.
How was it?
It was intense.
It is so intense. I wish I would have gone more places.
Yeah.
I didn't get to get all of Comic-Con in.
It was intense. We went, and you gotta be prepared to stand in lines. Because the beginning is like we had to stand in the line pretty damn early to get where we want. But I also went with a lot of toy collectors. So they were trying to get in to get the exclusives so they could, sell them later. I think I was there when Hunger Games was being promoted because I got a ton of those pins at the time. It was cool. The floor is tight, real tight. It's hot. You're touching someone. Like you're always touching somebody. It gets a little annoying when you're around the cosplayers that have like big props or wings because you can't fucking see anything. Kind of like the analogy of Forest of Dicks. You're just getting thwacked by a bunch of things.
And angel wings and shit.
Angel wings
or swords.
But it was intense, but you can run into some celebrities. Like I saw Conan O'Brien there. He was on the floor.
I saw Ben Affleck. And the people from Gotham.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. I was sad because I think I was there in the last season of Chuck, so I could have met Zach, and I didn't, and I really regret that. But I liked going through the different halls because I liked that you can sit through the panels. So we sat through a couple panels that were really awesome. We were super stoked about Avatar and The Last Airbender. It was going to be like the new Korra one at the time. So that was a lot of fun. But the thing I liked the most about San Diego Comic-Con and why I would tell anyone go, even if you don't get tickets to get in, is that shit has spilled out of the convention center.
Yes.
So you can go down to it's going to be insane. It's going to be crazy if you go. But you can go down to San Diego and you can just be in the downtown area and you will find convention-related stuff all over. It's in you've got trivia and
they
bars.
even went to the outside of it. They've built other buildings or will have like areas where you can go in and see costumes and other things. They also have a bunch of like IGN is out there doing a bunch of interviews.
Yep.
So I watched a ton of those. I got to see a couple of the interviews. Again, I was down at the bottom and just able to look up, but they would turn over and kind of say hi and wave to you, which was awesome. And then there's the huge, is it Petco Park? That's whole filled up with a bunch of stuff, and then
which they were doing Nerd HQ there, and then they kicked them out, and so now that's the thing. The convention's just spilled out. Mm-hmm. You can find something everywhere. You can go and you can find trivia somewhere. They were doing at one point they were bowling with the cast from Doctor Who when it was Matt Smith and Amy Pond. So them. So you can go anywhere in that area and find stuff, even if you can't get the tickets, which I don't even know what they are now. At the time, we were just under $200 per person. Now you're probably at $250.
Yeah,
for like a 4-day pass. But I've had friends that drive down there, sleep in their cars in a parking lot, and go and get everything they're wanting for the exclusives, and then like drive back here. I had friends who drop like tons of money to do that and then sell that shit. Like, you can make some money. You can get free swag getting stuff from the movie theaters. Like, those Hunger Game pins were selling for like $20 to $30 a pop. Like, it's crazy. We went to a Subway to get lunch. They had pre-made subs for you to pick and grab. Yeah, that's crazy. The Subway already had pre-made fucking subs, and we bought them, sat on the side of on a curb, and ate subs in the middle of downtown. I would suggest if you go there, it's going to be really hard to do, but I would suggest trying to have a hotel in the downtown San Diego area. We stayed with his family a little bit further out, so it was a drive, but walking, like, my feet were killing me after 4 days of walking back and forth, carrying tons of shit from the con. Like, our feet were pretty dunzo on the second or third day.
Yeah.
But it is cool. There's a lot more to see in San Diego. You're not that far from Disney World, Universal Studios. You've got the Anaheim area there, and the Blizzard areas there too, where they do World of Warcraft. In Irvine. So you're not that far away. So if you're going to plan a trip and do something like the Comic-Con, there's so much other things that you can do, and you've got a beach, and it's lovely there.
I agree. And I think you also had a couple other ones that you were going to mention for cute, geeky trips that you can take with your significant other.
Mark, my husband, was telling me about there's Star Trek convention cruises, because I know they have cons that are just for Star Trek only, but I didn't realize that they actually do cruises like that, so it's just like a 3-day, 4-day con, and the actors do go on the cruise ship.
Which is awesome.
So it's kind of, you're stuck. Like, you're stuck. There's nowhere to go. I've also heard of like heavy metal cruises. There was a couple I shot their wedding, and they met that way. Yeah, they met that way. So
that's awesome.
That way. But heavy metal cruises, there's cruises that are just themed for people to kind of go on. We're actually building a trip for us next. We were looking into going to Seattle because there's a pop culture museum over there. There's a lot of little things in that area. I have a friend that lives over there. So we kind of wanted to check it out. We were going to go to Scotland, but it didn't end up working, so I have to work in Atlanta around the time that's happening. But we wanted to hit up Scotland and kind of go like to that area, like the Highlands and stuff too.
That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, moving off of that topic, we were talking earlier this week, and you had mentioned that you felt super girly because...
Oh, yeah.
I know you and I both have not been... Well, I know I wasn't. I can speak for myself. I was definitely a tomboy in middle school, and I always seem... Well, even before that, I was in like 4th on... I was always interested in just talking to the guys. I was one of the guys. Yeah. Always.
It's felt easier, doesn't it?
It's so much easier. Because anytime I would hang out with girls, I had all of these weird expectations and like they didn't want to talk to me, or I wasn't wearing the right clothing, or my hair wasn't right. And then the guys, they don't care. They're like, hey, you want to come over and listen to Limp Bizkit? And you're like, Hot John Starfish.
I knew the whole like dance
Me
routine
too.
to roll in.
Oh my god, we are so much best friends. But that's the thing, like, it's so much easier to talk to guys, and that's a lot of the things that then all of a sudden I wasn't very girly.
We do talk about how, like, I'm like, oh yeah, you're my like girlfriend, but you're not like a girl. Like, that's how we always like communicate with each other. Like, but you're not like girl. Like, it's interesting.
Well, and I love the girls that I have become friends with that are girly, but I secretly am jealous because they're so girly and already have, like, for me, I have a huge array and collection of books.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Like, I actually gave a ton away when I've moved places, which is even gross to think of, because I've had, like, that big bookcase that's downstairs.
Yeah.
I had 2 of those filled up at one point, and then now they've come to just that big one and 2 little ones, which I need more.
Hoarder.
So, I have problems. So, with that being said, seeing those other girls and they have cute dresses and accessories and purses, like, I'm not a purse person, and I've been trying to, like, slowly get into, like,
your purses are like
weird.
I've seen you bring like weird fucking patch like quilt work purses. Like stuff that I would assume is from like a 50-year-old lady with 20 cats who lives in Sedona on the Vortex. Like, that's some of the stuff that I see you carry.
So epic. A hippie bag.
It's amazing.
That was one of my throwovers that had the mushrooms on it. Yeah, I actually know that one. But that's the thing, like, I don't have multiple purses that somebody would be like, oh, I got the new Coach purse. Like, I'm not into that. Or into shoes. And now that I'm like, I love outfits, and I worked at Buckle for so many years, and I love putting together outfits, but people would always say to me, because we'd have this gimmicks line that's more of like hippie bohemian.
Yeah.
And then we have all these other array of things that people don't even know, because they're like, oh, Buckle's just Western. And it's like, no, it's not. Like, it's for jeans, and you're welcome, Buckle, plugging this right now. Free advertisement.
Good jeans.
But absolutely fantastic jeans, and now cheaper.
Nice.
So they're actually from $30 to $60.
What?
And you can go higher. So this is what I've been trying to tell you. Just Bridget never listens to me about fashion. So the other thing too is, like, I've been working at Buckle, and I put these things together, and people were like, oh, that's really cute. I would never have thought to put that together.
Yeah.
And so I've had great compliments about my outfits, but it's always a weird, punky, bohemian, hippie. I have no idea. People, like, comment all the time on my Snapchat, and they're like, I love your outfit. It's so... And then I'm like, what? Weird hippie chick or something like that? And they'll be like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So the other thing that I've been starting is La Tote, because personally, I don't work at any clothing stores anymore, so I don't get discounts.
It's hard to shop nowadays.
Personally, I don't like going and spending money.
Yeah.
So I pay $60 to $70 a month, and I get this custom box of clothing that I can wear, and people are now like, oh my god, I love that. Where'd you get it? And I'm like, oh, I got it from La Tote. So that's, like, another thing that I get really excited about, because now I can wear cutesy things, even though I don't know exactly what I'm doing, or people will, like, in some things I test my boundaries, like some things I wear and people are just like, what are you doing? But I'm like, it's comfy, and I have it in my closet and I want to wear it, but I'm like, I get judged, and so I don't want to wear it. So that's kind of sad too.
It's hard, like, so I know you're mentioning they were both like tomgirls, because I totally was, because I had 2 older sisters, so I just got hand-me-downs. So I was wearing California Raisin sweatshirts.
Yes, I used to love that.
Yeah, most of my stuff was tie-dyed that my dad had done, or like we have made and stuff like that. So, and always holes in my jeans, because I used to run on my hands and knees when I was far too old. Like,
that's amazing.
Oh yeah, no, like it was too old. I was fast.
Were you what were you doing it for though? Like, was it a race? what was your end goal in this?
So with my cousins and I would play on our hands and knees, and we were horses or we were lions or whatever. So we were pretty imaginative.
I totally used to do that though when I was younger.
Yeah, and in like 5th or 6th grade, we had, like, when you graduate, they had like these yard games, and one of them was like the bear run. Oh, I fucking smoked him. I was quick, real quick. But I'm not running on my hands and feet. I'm running on my knees. So like my feet, my calves are like hitting the ground.
Yeah.
So like it's anyway. There's a whole other story. Deep diving into my childhood.
This is fascinating. One whole podcast on Bridget's childhood.
Yeah, it probably would be like 3 hours. But my sisters were not like that. They're very girly. So they were the ones teaching me how to do my makeup. So I can't do my eyeliner without my mouth being wide open. So that's great because you have to do like like that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, my sister, I have to do an Instagram picture for a technique, but they were teaching me how to do my makeup. They were definitely more girly than I was, but I really didn't feel like I really wanted to dabble with any of that until I was mid-20s. Early to mid-20s is when I started like, oh my god, like I can do stuff like this. Like I can look cute. I don't, because I'm like the girl that wears Vans and Converse, and then I try to look nice, but then it's a weird mixture hybrid. But in recent years of like where I work, like I have to dress nicer, and I've been able to have more fun and play with stuff. So there's been things along the line, like down the road, that I really like to have now that I'll pay good money for, or it's just like weird shit that I like to have that make me feel fancy and girly when most of the time I'm not.
Yes.
And Lord, I do listen to you for clothes, but I definitely listen to you for makeup, because MAC makeup, holy shit. I don't use their foundations or anything else anymore because I just don't wear it. But their paint pot fucking eyeliner.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And everyone's like, how'd you get the wingtips? I'm like, you just fucking paint it on. It's a super easy thing.
Yeah.
So
you should
like
also
eyeliner.
try Kat Von D's eyeliner. I have it downstairs. You'll fall in love.
Okay.
I'll show you that.
But
broaden your
eyeliner-
horizons. I stopped the paint pot and did that, and it's amazing.
Well, the paint pot's like what, 28? What's hers?
Hers is probably like 18 or something like that. It's an
that's not
eyeliner pen. I'll show it to you downstairs. I have it, and it's just, it goes on seamless. And I literally start here, go over like that, and it's done. I start here,
See,
go
I did
like
that
that,
with
and
the
it's
paint pot.
done.
But the funny thing is, before the paint pot, I had the pencils that you
Yeah,
just
I
like
fucking hated the
rub in.
pencils. And the
Rub
pencils
it.
smudge so
Yeah.
much, and then all of a sudden it
Yes.
looks like you got punched in the face.
Yeah, but I wore it thick. So, because I had long dark hair, and then I would just fucking rub it in. And I would just have like, I looked fucking creepy as shit, man. Like, I looked, no wonder no one dated me, because I looked fucking weird. And I looked like I would beat people up. And I wore the wide out contacts all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that, I had just gotten this cute little pen that's like rose gold with a diamond.
I
And
know, I absolutely love it. And I actually looked at it on Amazon so I could get us more.
I never thought it'd be something that I love, but like I got it as a gift. I'm like, oh my god, I feel so fucking fancy. And I also love getting like coin purses. Like I brought it so you could see. It's a corgi butt.
Oh my god, I love it. This is the cutest thing ever. And
It's a
it
butt.
literally looks...
It's a butt.
Oh my
It's butt
God.
cheeks. It's a corgi butt, and it holds coins. And I also have this cute little whale shark that I have. And it's from, that one's from Japan, but it's so cute. But I like keeping all these like cute little toki-doki and like kawaii stuff. Like that for me is like the girly stuff. Like
Yeah.
I love the little plushies and like coin purses. I don't do the phone cases though. I always love seeing the girls that
I love
have
the big... So I had that big cat phone case, and
Yeah.
everybody made fun of me, but I absolutely loved it. And I want the ones that are just decked out, and I want to be like all
the ones that
cute.
are like fake, like
They have the fake
cookies and
icing.
stuff.
Yes.
I love those.
And so, but I
Wow.
haven't found one that I absolutely love, because I want one that's dedicated towards food.
Yeah.
But there's only ones that are like Sailor Moon and like all this, which I'm not a fan of. Like
Yeah.
that's cool if you are, but like I'm not.
Did you see they had a whole makeup kit for Sailor Moon? Like, cause
No,
I
that's funny.
I did like Sailor Moon a lot. I wasn't like totally into it. Like I liked Dragon Ball Z better.
Yeah.
But Sailor Moon, there was some like I wanted to be like Sailor Venus. Like I really liked that stuff. But they came out with a whole makeup line in Japan, and my friend Darcy loves that show. And then I think it's kind of too expensive. I have to look at it again. But it's like like it looks like they're little things like from the show, like what they're holding
Oh,
up, the
cool.
specters and stuff. Oh my god. It was so cute. Japan, geeky trip, you need to go. If you like anything like kawaii stuff, holy shit, there's so much fun stuff over there. I can't even. I have this cute little like octopus plushie. I have 2 of them.
Oh,
I got them
cute.
from Osaka. They're so adorable. But yeah, sorry, I cut you off. So yeah, the icing foam ones. I saw someone at Comic-Con a couple years ago, and she was custom making that stuff.
Ah, fuck, that's what I want.
Because I don't know what that stuff is. Isn't it like Sculpey or something? Because she was making like Oreo cookie earrings.
I have to say that I actually go on Instagram and follow all of those.
They're the best.
Because I absolutely love watching them make them.
Oh yeah.
And they have the little molds.
It's so
and then
nice
they like pull
relaxing.
them. Yeah, and they pull out the mold and it's like the little heart or whatever, and you're like, oh, like it's just crazy. And then I love buying all of those weird little like cookies and so I have this girl, her name is, I think it's Marshmelly on Instagram. Mm-hmm. She is fantastic. You guys have to go look her up right now. She literally makes these little, and I'll go grab mine to show you later, these little creatures, but then they all have like donuts or, so I got
Cute.
I got a donut one. It's an octopus and he's holding donuts
Cute.
on his things. And he's got a little donut head. So I reached out to her and I asked her for, hey, because she doesn't normally do custom. I'm like, and I saw that she was promoting at that time custom. I was like, oh my God. So I got her to make me one. They're all in shapes of marshmallows. Cute. So it's like a little marshmallow body and then the octopus legs and stuff. And I love the octopus is the best, but she has cats and narwhals and like all this stuff that she does. And then they're all different. So ones will be beachy. Like, cute. So she'll have like little starfish on their heads, or like ones will be for pride. So they'll have like little heart, rainbow hearts all the way down the side of their face. Cute. So I was like, okay, I have one. Will you make it for me? And she's like, yeah, what do you want? So I got a marshmallow octopus that looks like a s'mores. So he's got a little graham cracker bottom with like graham cracker sprinkles with chocolate, and he's a white little octopus.
Yeah.
And then he's got like chocolate on his head with little graham cracker sprinkles, and then he's got hearts down the side of his face.
Cute.
I'm so excited because he's coming in the mail.
Oh my gosh.
And I cannot wait. So that is my favorite stuff, though. Like, I absolutely love that stuff because I put it on my desk, and I'm like, ooh, I'm girly. Another thing that I absolutely love is my mermaid makeup brushes. So every morning, I have it on my Instagram.
Okay, I have to look.
They're on one of my Instagram stories, I think, under shopping. But I will show you downstairs every morning when I put them on or use them. They're so well done. They're made by Tarte Cosmetics, and
isn't that an offshoot of MAC, or is that something else?
Tarte Cosmetics is their own.
Okay.
And then there's Too Faced, and like I only shop at Sephora now, and it's amazing. Or Ulta, Sephora mostly. But they like go on perfect, and I just absolutely love them. Well, and I feel fancy every time I use them because you hold it and it's a little mermaid fin.
Well, and you know what the funny thing about it is, it's like, so I have makeup brushes and everything, and I use them like for blush and whatnot, but like if you're gonna like, if you really want, like some girls are not into this and I totally get that, but if you want to indulge and it's gonna be something that just makes you feel better or like good in the morning, like yeah, I'm like, you just explaining that to me, like, oh, like I should have went and gotten something fucking fun, like just instead of just the plain like brush with the wooden handle, like I want to get something that's just kind of cute and girly and just like for me. Yeah, because I like that kind of stuff.
They have unicorn ones too that have like a unicorn horn as the handle.
Oh my God,
I know.
Oh my God, I feel like the subcategories currently right now that I see are mermaid, unicorn / narwhal. Sloths need to go away. I'm sorry. I know everyone's like, oh my God, sloths.
Wait, really? That's still a thing?
Yeah, sloths are still a thing.
I have not seen it at all. I see like mermaid everything. And just to let you guys know, there's legit people that people are mermaids.
Like there's a job in like Florida that you can be a mermaid. They make like these grand, but like, the crazy stuff. Yeah, the fin is amazing. Yeah. That's a job in Florida. You can, and then you go to class.
There's one here too.
Oh shit. But yeah, no. So sloths are still a thing.
It's so weird. I've not seen it
because they're creepy as shit. Like, don't tell me that you would stay in the water if that thing was swimming at you with its fucking claws. Like, no, I hate it. I can't handle it. I know people think they're so cute. They move so slow that moss and shit grows on them. Like, I can't. It's almost worse than my giant squid thing.
Oh my God, speaking of giant squids.
Yeah.
And I just went to the movie Infinity War last night again. No, wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
You did.
But with the trailers, they had one, And it was Jason Statham. And have you seen this?
I don't know.
So he goes under and they live underwater.
What the fuck? I didn't see anything like that.
Yeah, so Jason Statham,
Okay.
so it's this little tiny Asian girl, and she's playing with this orb, and it's like going down it's like a
No,
ball.
I'm just like, I'm shaking my head because I'm like, I can't believe I haven't seen a trailer for this. But then again, I saw Incredibles and saw Infinity, so I guess it just depends on where you're at.
On where you're at and what movies you're at. So, with the little girl, she's like walking, and the ball is like rolling, and it does this cool little like glowing thing, and then it like stops. And then all of a sudden, like while she's walking and the ball stops, it shows a panel back behind her, and she's underwater, remember? There is this massive fucking shark just floating there, like this, right in the window. And she kind of like turns around.
They can't do that, they would die. FYI. Actually.
Who?
Sharks, because if they stop swimming, they would die.
Dude, I'm so freaked out though. Like I have like anxiety right now because shark movies.
Oh, sharks are fine. It's the giant squid I can't handle.
Hold on, it gets even better because that's where we're going. This giant squid. Because I was like, oh, is this going to be fucking like Megalodon versus giant squid?
Oh, okay.
But it's not. But I started getting anxiety because I absolutely love sharks. I watch Shark Week every year. Mm-hmm. Even though it's the same stories over and over, I'm just fascinated by it. But when I was younger, I watched Jaws, and I honestly thought that sharks were everywhere. In the swimming pool, I would be so terrified because I was up on my back doing like
backstrokes.
Backstroke was the worst for me because I thought that there was a trapdoor at the bottom, and he would come up and like eat me, and then I would literally swim and just bust ass.
That's
like
why
swimming.
You won.
Because I was so fast because I seriously thought there was a shark behind me every single time.
That reminds me of, have you ever seen Deep Sea Rising?
No, but there's also Deep Blue Sea.
No.
Deep Sea Rising, which one's that?
So Deep Sea Rising, this is where you're talking about your terror of the swimming pools. This is how I am. I will not get in a swimming pool if it's at night and it's not lit up. I will not go into anything with water that I can't see the bottom of. Yep, and if I'm in the ocean, it's ankles deep and that's it. We're done. So this is why.
Well, the other
Deep
thing
Sea
too,
Rising is a different. It's a movie. There's like some kind of eel or like worm thing that's like down low where there's no fucking sun, right?
Yeah.
Apparently they do grow to a certain size, but in this it was like really, really long, and it starts with them like coming up, and there's a cruise ship, and some girl gets pulled through a toilet. It like grabs her and pulls her through the toilet. So that's pretty much like my thing because it's like that, and then kind of tentacly like.
So you want to go on to a Star Trek cruise?
No, I didn't say that. I just gave an idea.
Okay.
I've gone on a cruise.
Wait.
Which is fine because I didn't touch the water.
Okay, got it.
But if I fell off of a cruise ship, I would swallow water so fast and drown myself because I'd rather go down like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mark's like, they'll turn the boat and get you. I'm like, nope, too late. Like if a shark,
that's
like
dedication right there.
Yeah, so like because giant squid are meant to like destroy you.
Yeah.
Octopus have the suction cups. Squid have little hooks that spin, little blenders. So if that was coming at me, I would swallow water and drown myself before it got to me.
Well, even better. So this actual movie trailer has the little girl like turn around.
Let's fucking watch this or something.
We'll watch this after. I'll write it down so we remember. But it like literally comes at her, which I like jumped in the theater, and it like got stopped obviously from the glass.
Nope.
So then, but mind you, Jason Statham's in it, so he's hilarious because he's usually in like gunner, awesome, badass, epic movies.
Yeah.
Which you're like, what is he doing in this one? But anywho, there's this little pod that he's in, and he's like trying to like swim around to see what's going on, and this giant squid starts wrapping around this other girl, and she's all like, ah, and she, like, it was creepy. I was like, so then I was like, oh, is this giant megalodon or giant shark versus giant squid?
Is it a shark octopus?
No, it's literally Meg. It's Megalodon.
Ooh.
It's all about Megalodon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're talking about what the shark is and da-da-da, and it looks scary because it's massive and like...
Because it was real.
Yeah, and it keeps...
shit was real.
Oh my god, I'm so terrified. Like, I will show you the trailer, and I like almost peed myself at the movie theaters, and I'm getting anxiety now. The other trailer that I thought was hilarious, I know we're totally off of like geeky girly things.
Yeah.
But the trailer that I saw was, again, if you want a good, successful movie, you need to put The Rock in it. Did you see the skyscraper one that he's doing?
I haven't seen the movie, but I saw the trailer.
Well, the trailer.
He's that, and he's in Rampage.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, this guy, Love The Rock.
Yeah.
He is one that literally, you want to talk about personal branding, he has got it down.
Yeah.
But you throw The Rock in anything, he literally almost always plays himself. He doesn't teeter from anything else. It's always badass and awesome.
He's pigeonholed, but he's okay with it.
Yeah, but it's like Jumanji, Rampage, Skyscraper. 3 movies literally have come out within the last year.
Yeah.
Not even, and I'm sure even more. He is just killing it.
He is.
But Skyscraper I thought was a little over the top, and it's got a good premise. But I was like, okay, man, this is like Mission Impossible on steroids. And Die Hard.
It reminds me of Cloverfield because the part of that movie was him trying to get to his girlfriend in her apartment.
Oh, really?
With the beginning of Cloverfield.
I haven't watched Cloverfield because I was really terrified because I'm scared of everything.
It's gross.
Okay.
So I mean, it's handheld, shaky cam, but the thing about it is there's a part where like little bits of stuff fall off of it, so it's like like little stutter bugs, and then like it bites some girl and she explodes.
Oh, we should do a whole thing on horror films because I have watched a ton of
some
horror
I
films.
like and some I don't.
Well, I had to watch horror films due
I like
to
when
an
they're
ex.
campy. I like campy ones, like Pumpkinhead, or it's like the old school Dawn of the Dead, like when it's kind of older and campy.
Not as gory because now everything's out is gory and crazy.
It's funny because it's like some of these I'd almost rather see gory than the ones that are like PG-13 mindfucks.
I actually love mindfucks.
No, those PG-13 mindfucks like ruin me. But when it comes to horror stuff, I can't handle when it's spirits and like Ouija's because that shit's too close for me. Like I don't like it. If it's like serial killer or whatever, okay, fine. But like when it's like the Ouija shit,
yeah.
Ooh, girl.
I had to watch a ton of that stuff because of a past relationship, but I started coming into understanding and appreciating a lot of their aspects and how they did things.
Yeah.
But I have not watched a scary movie since that relationship had then passed.
Yeah, I don't really watch the scary movies very much.
I saw the new Mike Myers one that's coming out, and I was like, nope, but I love Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh.
Yeah, he's coming back, and it looks crazy killer.
When it comes to, like, how you're talking about the shark stuff, like, because I am so deathly afraid of giant squid, if there was a movie coming out and that was the thing, I would go to see it more so for education.
Yeah.
Like, when it's documentaries about them finding the colossal squid in, like, the fucking Arctic, I was all over that shit. And watching them dissect it, like, this is how I know about the fucking blenders, because you need to have the information to survive.
To survive, yeah.
Again, my problem is my survival mode is if I saw it, I'd kill myself. That's not helpful at all, but that's like...
that's the way that you've created your tactic.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Because I'm like, I won't let you do it, I'll do it to myself. Like, it's horrible. Yeah.
But that's the same way that I would watch Jaws. Like, in the same way that I would watch horror films, I'm trying to figure out what would your next step be. Same with, like, shooters. Like, all of a sudden I get out of a awesome adventure, crazy-packed movie, and I feel like I'm a fucking assassin.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not. I just want to be an actress so I can be all these different people.
We're that people that if we watched a ninja movie were the ones, like, coming out and, like, doing parkour, like, out of the theater.
My parkour is like this. Parkour.
Oh, my God. But, yeah, so no. I know we were way off topic on girly stuff.
We have so many cool things to talk about, guys. I think also we should definitely look into doing more movie reviews and other things like that because I think we obviously have some great things to go off of.
Yeah, I think
we should review trailers and see what we like and dislike about the upcoming movies that are coming out. If you guys think that's a good idea, let us know because we would like to know what you guys have thoughts on.
Agreed. I think that's a good one. Yeah, so... let us know stuff that you're like trailers, movies, anything you guys want us to review or topics that you want us to kind of go over. Yeah, let's make it happen. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, and if you have any cool geeky dates or even, you know, one of my favorite things is people getting engaged with a geeky way. So I had one the other day that I was reading about. It's one of the artists from... I think it's DC. Actually, let me see if I have it. So what he had done is he wrote the proposal on one of his Batman books.
Aww.
While the guy is sitting there trying to get a picture with him while his like girlfriend who's not even knowing what's going on which I thought was so cute because he's sitting there like writing up the proposal on this comic book while the kid is like she didn't even know.
Yeah.
So like the actual writer was putting it together, and I just thought that was awesome.
So people do that at cons and they'll do like photo ops with celebrities, and they'll pop the question to their significant while they're like with Nathan Fillion from like Firefly.
That's so
and then
funny.
they're like, oh, so you have pictures of everyone reacting, which are pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. But I would rather want the celebrity to pop the question for me. And so, because I think that's kind of weird because you're also taking away from like the nostalgia of meeting that person and then also getting proposed to. I kind of want to separate.
I don't know how I'd handle that because I think I would just like.
I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Like all the things. Fuck you. You'd probably just hit. You just go up and slap first. Like, I don't know. It'd be hard.
I wouldn't slap.
I would hit, like the arm hit.
I'd be like, I want to marry him.
Speaking, because I know we're getting to the end of this too. Like, I was going to say full circle is coming to the whole dinner movie thing. I was thinking about this as an end note. Do you have a genre you would recommend people see as far as a movie? Because I know as much as we both hate, like, really sitting through scary ones, they are really good movies to take because the girl, you have the girl who's going to want to be terrified and she's going to latch onto you. I have to look and watch through my fingers, but I'm not going to lie, I definitely hold on to my husband when I go to movies like that.
I literally watch through my hands. Or my knees.
But the thing is, like, I just wonder if that's like, funny movie or something, but like sometimes those little kind of scary ones keep you on the edge, I think are one of those ones that might be a good one for a date.
I agree. And on that note, we are going to be ending this episode. Like she said, make sure to put any of your comments, concerns, feedback, etc. into our comment on www.geekresponsibly.com. Do you have anything to say?
Nope.
Perfect. And as always, make sure to geek responsibly.